Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So having a look at what's going on with Castle Crush. So quick recap, Castle Crush is a standard Web 2 game. It is a sort of PvP castle lane card-based game from Wildlife Studios. Been out through the app stores for quite a couple of years, I think. In the last couple of months, they've added NFTs. So NFTs are running on the Avalanche blockchain. They did that through a chest sale, so two sorts of chests, sort of cheap ones and expensive ones. You bought the chest, they randomly dropped cheap or expensive characters. So the characters are, the cards are sort of the same. The blockchain ones are actually sort of higher stats, and you don't level up in the same way. And what you're doing at the moment is if you have some of the NFTs, you have to connect your blockchain wallet. In this case, I'm using MetaMask. Set up for the Avalanche blockchain, and then I link that to my account. I use that through Facebook, or you can use Google, and so basically they link the wallet to the the Web 2 game, and then I can see my NFTs in the game, and then I can use those in the game. And there's a leaderboard system at the moment, so every day, if you win at least one game using your NFTs, you go on the leaderboard, and every day a whole bunch of these tokens. So the token here is called the ACS token, and they get distributed every day by the leaderboard. So your placement on the leaderboard means you get a certain pro rata proportion of those. That's what's been going on. So we can see what's going on here. So this was the marketplace where they sold these chests. So you can see 3.5 Avalanche tokens, or 35 for the expensive ones. And now I'm connected with my wallet here, so I can look at my inventory. So I've got 4 cards. So these are the cheapest ones. And I have these in my deck when I play the game on my iPad. And each of these give me a different number of daily sort of points. So if I have all these in my deck and I win a game, I get 8 points. So the archer gives me 1, the dwarf gives me 2, I think the pirate gives me 1. No, maybe the archer and the dwarf give me 1 each. I think the pirate 2 and the boneyard 4. So that's my 8 points there. So I've been earning these ACS tokens. Can't use them for anything at the moment. They're not available, as far as I can tell, on marketplaces or decks or anything. But you will be able to use them as the game launches features to level up these cards and to do other things with these NFTs. Well, one thing you can do now, actually, which is what the video is about, sort of really, is you can rent cards. So this is actually not being done through the Castle Crush website itself. So it's a third-party platform called Rent NFT, whatever, however you pronounce it. We can see here basically what people have done is they have their NFTs and they have set them up to be rented. So actually most of these are rented, but we can sort of see generally these are the sort of some of the cheaper cards, or this one here is not the Black Witch, isn't. But basically you can set these things up. So there'll be a obviously, let's choose one that's not been. So one here available. So I could rent this one if I didn't have this card already, which I do have, so I wouldn't rent this one. But I could pay 100 ASC tokens to rent this card, and when I win games using this card, I will get 60% of the rewards, and the person who owns this card will get 40%. So whether this is a good idea or not, I don't really know, because 100. We don't really know what the value of 100 ASC tokens, but at the moment I'm earning 20 ASC tokens a day. So basically, you're paying like I would be paying the equivalent of 5 days of rewards to get this card, and then I'd be giving the 40% of it away. So, but that's the only one available actually. I think looking down here. So different pricing models. So there's obviously different splits. 70/30, I guess, is a sort of popular one. 60/40 is a bit better. We don't really know. I mean, the upfront price is sort of a weird one, because the only people who will have the ACS token are the people who are already playing the game. So this is sort of slightly weird selling. You're basically renting NFTs to people who already have NFTs. But that's what's going on there, and you can see over time. I think you'll be able to rent these not just using the internal game sort of token. So yes, that's what's going on. So the other stuff that is going on here is that the Castle Crush game is going to have its own marketplace. So at the moment, the marketplace you're using is again another third-party marketplace. So have a quick look at that. See if I can find it while we're here. So NFT Trade. These are the NFTs that are on sale. So if you want to buy some, again, these are priced actually in the Avalanche token. So the cheapest one is the Archer Dwarf Pirate. So they're the ones I've got. You can see the cheapest ones, and then so these are about 100. Depends on the price of the Avalanche token, of course. These are about $100. Well, actually, that one's not, but it's about roughly sort of $100 ish. So $50 to $100, and then these ones suddenly end up being, again, sort of $700 to $1,000. So that these are a bit more high end. Clearly, you have to be quite committed to the game to do those, but obviously you get more rewards and you get higher up on the leaderboard, and that means you win more of these tokens. And there are 415,000 tokens given out every day, so it's sort of, it's hard to do the math actually because we don't know what the price of the ACS token is. And if you can't do the maths on the ROI because you don't know the dollar price of the token you're receiving, then you can't really do that. So I guess at the moment people are sort of very much guessing. There's a whole bunch of guilds involved in this, and they've just been buying stuff, I think, not particularly to make money. Obviously in the hope of making money, but they've got a bit more latitude in terms of the capital to deploy. For the rest of us mere mortals, it's probably a bit more risk than reward. So I think Castle Crush is sort of it's an interesting game. It's very much what people would call maybe a Web 2.5 game. So it's an existing game with NFTs being added to it, and then extra sort of features being added to those with the NFTs. So this is the NFT bit down here. So only a certain number of the cards. So only a small subset of the cards. There's 68 cards in total in the game at the moment, and only, as you can see there, sort of a dozen or so are NFTs at the moment. I don't know if the plan is for them all to be NFTs over time. That would sort of make sense. And we can see here. So this is the when you have your cards, obviously you can sell them. You can you earn the ACS token. You can spend your ACS token to mint new cards, and say about unlock earning multipliers. It looks like we can do some yielding at some point. We can lock our tokens away and get some yield, and there'll be some sort of governance going on here, so we can vote on stuff. Oh, here's the crystals, yeah. So you can earn them in direct rewards, upgrade your NFTs, buy into tournaments, purchase cosmetic items, and more chests. So I guess this is very much the early stages, and I imagine over time there's no reason why they wouldn't allow all the cards to be NFTs, or even have special cards, potentially new cards. And they're going to have their own marketplace, obviously, because that means they're sort of keeping that in-house. So there we go. I think it's, there's lots of games that are sort of doing this or thinking about this, I think, in the Web 2 space. So Castle Crush got a bit ahead of others. It's one of the first out there, probably the first. I mean, there probably are other ones out there, stuff like Benji Bananas and things like that. There are other games doing similar things. This is, I think, one of the better presented versions of it. Not very clear to me that if this is making the Web 2 game monetize better. It's not quite clear, who's getting involved other than some guilds and some probably crypto heads like me. So this is very early stages. We're not seeing widespread adoption from this yet. But you can see over time potentially that Wildlife Studios could start giving away NFTs to some of its top players of the Web 2 game and sort of onboarding them that way. That's the easiest way to get people to create a MetaMask wallet or whatever wallet you want, by actually giving them something that has value, and they sort of then have an incentive to work it out. So very much a sort of learning curve on here, I think, for the audience and the developer, but I'll definitely keep an eye on it. So thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to the channel, and see you again soon.